Hey Rahim, education is supposed to be a pathway to opportunity, right? But isn't not exactly equal.
Yeah, a million of kids don't get a fair shot. Factors like income, location, and even gender blocks access.
Yeah, exactly. Whether kids often have access to best school, tutors, and resources, how about low-income families? They're left with underfunded school and limited options.
Yeah, and it's worse in developing countries where some kids don't go to school at all.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Education should be a right, not a privilege. If we can address these gaps, everyone could have a real chance.
Yeah, it's hard to believe how much inequality still affects education worldwide. Even though more kids are attending school, many aren't actually learning enough.
Right, attendance doesn't guarantee equality. Globally, only about 48% of children can read with comprehension by the end of primary school. In low-income countries, that number jumps to 90% of kids who can't read.
Wow, that's huge. And even within countries, factors like income and social background create barriers. Whether families can send their kids to a better funded school, while low income families are left with fewer resources.
Absolutely. And there's the digital divide. When school closed during COVID, millions of students without internet access or devices couldn't keep up. In fact, UNICEF reported that 463 million kids couldn't learn remotely.
And it's not just about school resources. In countries like Pakistan, cultural factors also limit education. Girls are often kept out of school, which leads to even deeper gaps.
Same with the US lower income communities have underfunded schools and high dropout rates, especially for center racial groups.
Addressing this issue would mean giving every child a fair chance, from internet access to fair funding. There's a lot of we can do. Hey Henry, have you ever thought about how different students experience when it comes to education access?
Absolutely, especially in terms of socio-economic status. I was just reading that in Pakistan, a huge percentage of kids dropped out of almost 44% mainly because of economic challenges.
Right, and the gender gap is another problem in some places. Girls have way fewer opportunities than boys in Argentina, for example, twice as many girls as boys have never been to school.
Yes, inequality is complex. It's not about access to schools, but also the quality of education. Once kids are in school in the US, public schools are poorer areas receive less funding, which means fewer resources and qualified teachers.
Then there's a digital divide. Imagine during COVID-19, 1.5 million kids couldn't access online classes, with around 463 millions of them unable to learn remotely because they lack internet.
Yeah, the impact of these divides is huge. Modernist things might say it's society's responsibility to create equal opportunities, while postmodernists argue the system itself may need rethinking entirely.
It's a complex issue, but if we want a fair society, we need a political approach that takes these inequalities.
Anyways, nice catching up with you. I'll see you guys soon.
Sure, Harry.
By
Bye.